Walking, running. Which one is better for weight loss? Now the answer definitely is going to shock you, and you probably already know which one it is just from the title. But if you clicked on this, you're probably wondering, well, why? Like, obviously running is better than walking for weight loss, right? No. Now, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why walking is better than running for weight loss in today's video. So I first was thinking about doing this video because I actually have a whole article on my blog, on my website, all about this. And it's been one of my most popular articles, probably because it is so controversial. And the reason why it's so controversial is because there's the whole energy in, energy out theory of weight loss. And that's been thoroughly debunked multiple times. As we know now in science, a lot of the weight loss comes down to hormone balance, because your body ultimately can dictate how much energy it's burning outside of just exercise based on what you're eating and what your hormone profile is. So for example, we know with starvation that our BMR, our basal metabolic rate, goes down. So you could be eating less and less and less, but if you're in this hormone imbalance and this starvation mode, then you won't be losing weight. So we know it's not just like an energy balance, because if you look at like the energy balance of running versus walking, yeah, running does burn more calories, but we're looking at the hormones here. As you can tell, I'm walking right now. I set a goal this year for 15,000 steps a day, and I feel really good with that. Basically, what happens with your hormones when you are running. So when you're running, your body actually needs a lot more sugar in order to sustain this type of movement, especially in the first 2 minutes of the exercise. That's when your body really hasn't converted into a fat burning state yet, so you're utilizing more sugar as a fuel source. That's this fast, quick energy source that your body needs in order to get this exercise, this higher intensity type of running, to keep it going. So in order to produce that sugar, in order to make it so that your body is enough and it can sustain it throughout the workout, what your body does is it releases a hormone called cortisol. Now, if you've watched my hormone balancing series, you probably know all about it, but if not, cortisol is the stress hormone. Now let me just stop right here. You guys are if you're new to my channel, I'm sorry, I apologize. You're probably wondering, who am I? I'm Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist, and I'm also a certified personal trainer with my master's in nutrition and human performance. Anyway, going back to my nutrition rant. So cortisol's main job is to release sugar into the blood supply. Now this helps with the exercise in that moment, but if what you're doing is a lot of running, so typically when people think they need to lose weight, lace up their shoes and they plan on going on like a 5-mile run every day. So when you are running a lot more often, this can cause you to have consistently higher levels of cortisol. Any type of higher intensity activity will bring up your cortisol. So a HIIT workout, a strength training workout, all of those will raise your cortisol level. And that's fine for that moment, but if you're doing a lot, like, a strength training workout usually only lasts about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour. And you're only doing that a few times a week. But running is something that typically, if you're a runner, you're probably running a lot. And this could be upwards of 5, 6, 7 miles a day. Now that means much higher cortisol levels in order to sustain that. So why is this bad to have higher levels of cortisol? So higher levels of cortisol causes your body to store weight, specifically right here, right in the belly. So if you're noticing that you're gaining weight around your belly, when mathematically it shouldn't make sense that you're gaining weight because you're running so much, you're exercising so much, then this is a sign that you probably are overdoing it. You're probably doing too much cardio, too much running, and your cortisol levels are probably too high. So when it comes to running, long story short, more running does not equal more weight loss. But with walking, on the other hand, so like what I'm doing right now, this is walking, in case you didn't know, walking has actually been found to lower your BMI, lower your waist circumference, and the reason why is because it naturally lowers your cortisol levels too, especially if you're walking outside right now, like what I'm doing. So there's a study that has found that just walking outside for 15 minutes results in a drastic decrease in your cortisol levels. So drastic in this case, poor choice of words, but it results in a decrease in your cortisol levels. You're walking outside, and you're really working on decreasing your cortisol levels and therefore decreasing that belly fat that's around your belly. So long story short, is running bad? No. Is running more often going to make you lose weight? Maybe, depends on where you're at right now. But you don't have to run in order to lose weight. In fact, I've found personally that I'm at my most fit, I'm at my most lean when I'm not running as often, and instead I'm walking. So like I mentioned, I walk about 15,000 steps a day, and I just break that up throughout the day. And that includes the steps that I get when I'm doing my workout. I actually used to run a lot. I trained for the LA Marathon and I completed that. I've done multiple triathlons, multiple half marathons. I loved me some cardio. But from the increased cortisol levels, I did notice that I was getting some weight gain around my belly, or maybe not even weight weight gain, just fat storage around my belly. And also my anxiety was much higher from having the higher cortisol levels. So for me, I did it more for the hormone balance. I decreased, actually I went cold turkey for about 6 months, no running, in order to balance my cortisol levels. It really helped, especially paired with the nutrient timing, and it also helped me to get more lean. Now that wasn't a main reason why I did it, but it was just a side effect that happened from it. So if you're looking to lose weight, what I recommend is to start incorporating more walking, getting in about, 10 to 15,000 steps a day. The more you walk, the better. Walking is something that you really can't overdo as long as you're not like power walking, because then it essentially is the same type of cortisol spiking result as running. You can even start with just swapping out some of your running days for just walking days, or including a 20-minute warm-up walk before your strength training. That's what I do before every type of strength training. It also helps to loosen up your muscles, which is really important. Alright guys, if you learned something new and you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. And if you love nutrition and wellness and combining science-backed information with holistic nutrition, give my channel a subscribe. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Alright, well until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.